Hey, what's up you guys? It's Sophie, and today I am going to be going over my bullet journal. This is a brand new project for me that I started at the beginning of this year. I use a black moleskin bullet journal, and I just have these stickers that I got from Redbubble, and this is my first ever bullet journal, so I kind of have been watching a lot of bullet journal videos to get inspiration, and I thought I would just do a flip through of where I'm at so far. I'm also going to be filming a how I use my bullet journal for college video, so all about how I use it for school, so I'm going to kind of flip past the spreads that I use mostly for schoolwork, but I wanted to give a flip through for my first one and kind of see the progress where I'm at and just go through it a little bit because I've been having a lot of fun with it and I really like bullet journal videos, so I hope you guys enjoy. So starting off, I just have this 2017 page just to mark the year, and then I have my index. This is standard for bullet journals. You mark what pages the important things are on, and I'm actually pretty bad at remembering to do this, but I've been really trying since it's an important aspect of bullet journaling. Oh, also, I'm sorry about my nails. I am a chronic nail biter, so I don't have any fancy nail polish on for this video. But the next page is I tried to make a class schedule. I'm going to go over that more in the school video. I kind of don't like it, but I used it as a class schedule. And then I have my 2017 overview. So this is just my kind of look ahead at all the different months and what is going on. I don't use this a ton, but I'm really trying to use it more. As you can tell, I was really slacking in February, but I'm trying to use it more in March. So we'll see, but I spent so long making this, and I'm really happy with how it looks visually. I think it's so pretty, but I just don't use it a lot. So here, I'll zoom out a little bit so you guys can get a better view of that. But yeah, isn't it just really pretty? I stole most of these ideas from Pinterest, by the way, on how I made these. I wrote "And the Adventure Begins." Again, very Pinteresty. This was the first way I started doing my monthly calendars. I do it different now, but this is how I did it for January. I really hated this whole blank space because I never knew what to fill it in with. Obviously, I went with snowflakes for this, and then I went with the blue color scheme, and this was just my kind of monthly overview for January, which sort of worked for me. I didn't love it. I mainly just put in the key things that I had to know for each day, and nothing too specific. Then I did my first weekly spread. Again, I think this is super ugly now, but I liked it at the time and it worked okay. As you can see, I was really bad at like checking things off, but I did use it to look at what I had to do, but then I would forget to actually check it off after things were done. So that worked okay for me, but I didn't love it. Again, I started this the last week in January, so next was February. This was when I realized that I really hated all the blank space over here because I was like so sick of drawing these hearts and I really hated it, and I was really bad at using the monthly calendar here as well. So I think because I didn't like the way it looked, I was not good about using it effectively. This is my least favorite / ugliest spread. I really hate it. It's so bright. I got these little pieces of paper, like post-it type things from Staples that are all colorful, and I thought I would want to use them to divide parts of my spread, but they're just too bright and they make me not want to use it because it's so kind of bright and overwhelming. But I was liking what I was doing with my handwriting up here, so I was really happy with that. But yeah, not a huge fan of the bright sticky post-it notes. So this is my favorite spread in the whole thing. This is one of my favorite quotes. I found it off Tumblr like a couple years ago, and I've always saved the picture on my desktop. I just love it a lot. And it says, "Be patient with yourself. Nothing in nature blooms all year." I think it's a great quote. I spent a long time drawing this, but I'm really happy with it. And then this is how I do my weekly spreads now. I have been doing it like this since this week, and I am really happy with how this whole thing looks, so I just kind of coordinate the colors with this. I check off the boxes. I don't use a key like a lot of people use in bullet journals. It just doesn't really work for me. I don't see the point of marking different things with different symbols. I feel like I can read it and tell like what kind of thing it is. So I have just been using this method, and I have found it really effective for me, and I think this looks really pretty and clean and very inspirational and motivational and neat looking, so I like that a lot. I made a spread for wish lists and then gifts to give people. So I had my friends' birthdays and I was writing down little ideas that I have for them, and then because we go in these ideas with like a whole group of people, all of us try to spend like between 10 and 20 bucks for each one. And then this is a wish list of things that I want to buy, and I just marked item, how much it is, and if I got it or not. I just thought these were good ideas in terms of tracking them across the year, in terms of I ever thought of something that I wanted to get that I wasn't ready to buy right away, or had ideas for gifts for people. This is this current week that I'm filming this right now. I did plan a couple of weeks ahead back when I first got this bullet journal, so I am a little bit caught up because right now it's the school year and I don't really have time to be making spreads like this, so I made them over winter break. This one says, "The most wasted of all days is one without laughter," another quote I really like, and I was really happy with this one because I got to use these little Glossier stickers that go with the colors, and I think it just looks really pretty and cohesive, and I like that a lot. Next I have a page of video ideas, not going to show you guys those, and then these are all the articles I've written at CNN. I am a CNN intern, but my primary job is not editorial, so I don't write articles that frequently, so I just have a little list here to keep track of them, because I don't want to forget which articles I've written, I guess. Next I have my job applications page. This is just to keep track of everywhere I've applied, everywhere I was planning on applying, but then maybe the application closed, that's why it might have an X through it, and just keep track of what I'm doing in terms of job applications. This quote says, "It always seems impossible until it's done," by Nelson Mandela, and yeah, this has just been helpful in terms of me keeping track of that. This is next week. It says find the beauty in every day, and I'm not as happy with this one because I feel like it's a little bit more sparse, but I was just going for something a little bit more simple, and yeah, so this will be my planning for next week that I'll probably do in a couple of days. This is the week after that. This is one of my favorites because I really like how this rose turned out, and this is my March calendar. This is how I'm going to be doing calendars from now on. When I'm filming this, we're about midway through February. I don't know when I'm going to post this, probably right before March, but this is how I'm going to be doing my new setup for my months, and then I can put notes or quotes or anything here. I just like this a lot better, and I think I will be better at using it. So this was the first spread that I did for March. This is, again, one of my favorite pages. I love how it turned out. And this is the last spread that I've planned ahead. So this is the second or third week in March, I think, and that's just the last one that I was able to plan ahead, and then I figured I would draw more over spring break, because I tend to plan these ahead, obviously, because with school I just don't have the time to do these on a regular basis. These are just some required readings that I had to pick up from school, and then this is, I work at the newspaper at school, so I have some notes for myself that I need for the newspaper. This is something that I do for school, again, that I'm going to put in the college planning video. More school stuff. This was just a daily to do because I had so much to do this weekend that I really just wanted to write out literally every single thing. This is, again, something for school. And this is the end of where we're at right now. I have a few more pages that were notes from class that are just really messy and I'm probably going to rip out, but I forgot my other notebook when I went to class. And yeah, so this is where I'm going to end. This says, "In diversity there is beauty and there is strength," by Maya Angelou. I'm, again, really happy with this page. But I do these daily to-dos only when I feel like I have a lot to get done in the day that I'm not going to remember. I usually do them for the weekends when I have tons of homework to catch up on, and not for the week. And yeah, so that is my bullet journal so far. This is my first ever bullet journal, so I'd love your tips and tricks. If you like bullet journal videos, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!